City Show. We are in the building, live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm back in my home. Made a lot of noise here. We back UTM Studios. Shout out to my man Gunna G's on the board. And I got my man here, Jersey's own Lundy Ave. They got a new project out. Stevie Franks, Edot.
Yeah.
They got a new project out called Learn from Your Enemies.
Yeah.
7 joints, all fire.
Yeah.
Let's give a round of applause for Stevie Franks and Edot. Man, they did. It happens, man. No problem.
Back on UTM Radio
and Hype City. Yeah, you already know what it is, man.
Yeah.
Stevie Franks, Edot.
Yeah.
I just want to say, like I told you guys before we got on, camera, I said, the album is dope. The EP album, whatever you want to call it, is fire to me. I'm telling people all the time, like, this is a joint where you can put it on and let it run from top to bottom. I don't know how it goes because the way I got it, I don't know how it's lined up.
I didn't say
but the way I got it lined up, you can spin that joint.
Yeah.
But, how'd you guys come up with this project? I know you guys have been working together before, but how'd you come up with this one?
All right, so
you.
well, like he spends on pretty much my idea.
Right.
But what it is like, at one time I tell everybody, like, I was like reading heavy. A lot of times I get art from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I might get in a conversation.
Right.
And I'm just like, that'd be tight to make music out of it. But I was reading a lot of different books, like people like Fidel Castro and stuff like that. So
right.
I just like, just something told me learn from your enemies. And I was like, it's kind of like that'd be a fly title for something.
Right.
And I was just like, I ran it past, Franks, and Franks was like, I like that. I like that idea. And then, I was just digging the concepts of what we've been talking about and stuff like that. The whole facing obstacles and stuff to make yourself better, improve,
Right.
I mean, so we ran with that.
Now you got 7 joints on here. These 7 records, talk to me real quick. These 7 records, I know you probably had way more than these in the process.
Yeah, we might have charged up.
Honestly,
it wasn't a lot.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Because usually a lot of artists, they have a lot of throwaways, like, I'm leaving.
It took us those 2 years.
Yeah, it took us.
You know what I'm saying? For those 7,
right.
It took us a while.
Why so long?
Because part of it is me. Because like I gotta ride around with music. I gotta feel it. Like if I'm
it has to come to you.
Yeah. So like if I'm playing it a month and I'm over it, like
it's not it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like
I gotta continue.
Give it that ride around. So and then as we go longer and longer, you get to see how cohesive it is. So record. So every time we made a record, I'm all right. Now I'm going back in the car and test, playing it around, riding around with it.
Right.
And then so I felt, all right, this is cohesive. This goes with that goes with this. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we came up with.
Who with the beat selection, Franks? How did you pick these beats? Because Edot, from what I heard, I haven't heard. From what I heard, I'm like, man, my man got some heat. Like, I would be kind of stuck in the studio. Like, I don't know what the, because I feel like he went right through a lot of.
We did. He started making the joints in my living room. You know what I mean? So he came with the MP over. He came to my crib one day, and he was like, "Yo, what you think about doing this?" So one day he pulled the MP out. We just was sitting there. Like I was saying before, like I was telling somebody else. He would have just a melody flat out.
Right.
He had a melody and he'd just go like what was it? The Oath. It started off
Right.
Then he listened to it, then he'd do another.
Right.
Then
so you're just making them together basically.
Yeah. Or he would have an idea. We have like meeting or whatever. We have like meetings every Sunday. And he'll like sit in front of me, play a beat, and I'll be like, yeah, I want that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's the one. That's the one. That's cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it was, I think, from the majority of This one got to be a big pause from this one. But majority of projects, I spearheaded them. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like I was the person that had all the ideas, that wanted to just like, yo, I'm doing this. This is what the project's gonna be called. I need beats.
Right. It was never like, yo, let's work together.
Yeah,
What's your thoughts?
it was another joint that he did that we had. I think it was we didn't know what we were gonna call it first because it didn't start off as like I think it was like no sacrifice, no victory. I think it's like 10 joints.
Okay.
He had even though all the joints from him were from him. I think except for the bonus track or something, but all those were his records. You know what I'm saying? That was still a Stevie Franks Edot project.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he started off with 3. We made those from scratch when he was living in Atlanta, and then he had some other beats that he sent me from a couple years ago. And I put that together, and then I put it out, and I designed the cover. Then I'll put put it on platforms, the promo, and running around.
You did everything,
doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? But this time, at the time, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really wasn't really thinking about rap at the moment. I was really more focused on business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was really trying to. It was kind of one of the moments where I had a lot of personal stuff going on in my life. And I wasn't really thinking about rap music. He was the one. I was like, yo, I got so much going on. It's your idea. This how you feel you want to do it. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And then, but it's crazy because I used to think he was crazy, right? Because he used to sound like a producer psychic or something.
Okay.
You're like, I used to tell him, bro, you ain't Dr. Dre, bro. Like he was trying to like, dude, you know, the sun, the moon, the stars. Like, just know the vibe. This record is going to be good. Yeah, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, this creation process.
I wasn't trying to hear that.
Right.
I was like, bro,
Looking
don't
at
send
like,
me that beat, bro.
Send me the beat.
You know what I
Let
mean?
me get busy on
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I understood that there was a pause point because there was a lot going on in my personal life, and then you'll hear from the beginning to the end. You know what I'm saying? So for those who don't know, you know what I mean, because it hasn't hit streaming yet. So the track list, it goes from Living Proof, The Oath, My Story, Do or Die. What was it? What's Only Fear, right? Only Fear, All the Way, and Friends and Enemies. So a lot of the music that it was like the beginning was like the aggression. Then it was, I want to say, start seeing like the summit.
Right.
And then it was like the change started happening like in between. I think it was like Do or Die, if I'm not mistaken. And then that's when I started transforming into a different person. Then that's when Only Fear came in. That's when All the Way came in. But I think All the Way was one of the first records that we had.
Real quick, All the Way is a tough record.
Yeah.
Who was the Jamaican boy in there singing?
Verse Mega.
Verse
Mega.
Oh, that's Verse Mega.
Yeah.
Shout out to Verse Mega because All the Way, that's how I had it when it came away. You know, when you sent it to me and it came all the way from the show, I was like, oh damn, this is fire, right?
Nah.
But still, regardless where it was at, it's a fire record.
Everybody's getting it different.
No, like yo, the email.
Because I'm like, I
Whatever.
I don't know how the track is.
While we wait, real quick, I want to add on in addition to why it takes so long, right?
Right.
This is the science, right? People go through motions in life.
Okay.
I told you.
So
No, this is deep. I want to hear this.
people go through motions in life. So you're not the same person you were on maybe how you are Monday, you're not gonna be like that Friday.
Right, and you are right.
So I'm gonna get a different Stevie Franks writing on Friday versus Monday.
Yeah.
So
Monday he may be
right,
like
so,
not with it.
So now a month from now,
Yeah.
he's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? You go through motions in life. You had different things going on in life. I have different things going on. That's how you get different music. That's why you should take your time.
Take your time.
Because then you get emotions.
But
emotions.
since you said this took 2 years to make, right? I can tell because every record sounds polished.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It sounds like
Shout
perfect.
out to Fortune West.
Real
Fortune West was the
engineer for this. He's the missing piece. He's the missing piece.
Right,
definitely
because every record I hear, I'm like, man, this, like, Yeah.
A lot of these records, they didn't sound like how they sound now. And they wasn't all the way. He was on all the way first.
Yeah,
He was singing the hook.
Oh, you were singing?
I had the demo. I had a
right.
And see, that's what
You're
I'm saying.
real. That's a real.
But now check this out. Look, we had to wait for the Jamaican dude. I didn't know that Jamaican dude was gonna come. I had in my mind like I gotta find somebody who could do the swap.
Right.
We ended up going to some event, and this guy started doing a verse. Megan started doing,
And you was like, that's it.
I was like, yo, that's him.
Yeah.
He ended up on the record. I was like, yo, we gotta get him on this record. I was like, first thing I did was tap Frank, yo.
That's
You
it.
gotta go on that record.
Yeah.
But on my whole mind, I'm like, yo, we gotta get this. We gotta get him.
But now, I always say, see when you're patient, how things work out. Because you could have rushed it. You could have just been on it.
Yeah.
And it might not. Like, you'd have been like, yo, yeah, this record's tough, but this is not what I, visioned it to be.
Exactly.
But
that's why I said I take my time and let the universe do its thing, and
right.
We do our thing.
I'll let him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to get at. I said like, he was on that type time, but I kind of like, I let him. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? If that's what you want to do, then that's how we're gonna do it. Because I told him he said I called him one day. I said, bro, I get it.
Right.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I just like we gonna go wherever we want to go with this thing. After that, I ain't say nothing. I just showed up. That was it. I had no rap. I was just like, you know what?
Listen to the producers, man.
No, listen. I just
hey.
Plus he had a lot of part in the creative aspect too, like with the writing. You know what I'm saying? Like he really produced the record. He was like, yo, when you do this record, it should sound like
right. Because you hear it and you already got the record here. You just gotta get it out to him, basically. That's what So
I know what he can do.
Right.
Like we had so much.
Right. You already built that. Right.
We already got some. It's like, all right, throw it off the back. Well, okay,
I got you. Wherever it is, I'm catching it.
Behind the back pass. Okay. Oh, you want to do that?
Right.
So that's all it is.
Right. Now, what was one of your favorite records off this project, like recording? What if you say, hey, somebody meets you in the street and say, what's your favorite record?
Friends and Enemies for sure. I feel like Friends and Enemies is like my perfect record because it shows the growth of me as a lyricist.
Right.
And who I am currently as a man. So my entire perception of how I see myself, and just how I felt like I was talking, but lyric form.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think that's every lyricist's dream. Like, sometimes you rap because you want the ooh and ah, but that record wasn't really what I was going for. I was really just trying to have a conversation with people who ever heard the record.
Right.
So like that's really what I wanted for Friends, and then it was just everything, how it was orchestrated, how it comes on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's instrumentation, the way how he broke it down, how Fortune was how they did their thing. I remember he wasn't there for the mixing process for that, but when it was done, I was sitting there and I was like, this is that perfect record, bro. Like, and it's funny because even when I'm writing now, I think about that record and I have to stop myself from thinking about that record because I'm trying to outdo that record every time I hear it.
Right.
I have to really get that out of my head. Like,
so that record is that's where the bar is now.
Nah, for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, for real. I think lyrically, in my eyes, for me, I feel like, people, they say the oath, they say only fear is
dope too.
But I feel like Friends and Enemies, me as an artist, lyrically, that's pinnacle.
Okay.
I feel like I think that's probably the best record lyrically I've done to date.
Word. Question for you, both of you. Why is My Story so short? That was tough too. Why? I was mad. I was like, yo, loop this, put him on another verse, do something.
I think because
that was a true story too.
I think that I guess that's how it just came out, and then I was just like, yo, let's run with that. I just like
deep feel, right?
Yeah, I had that thought. I was like, I just like the way it felt, like, because it was kind of like almost like a brief interlude.
Yeah.
It's almost like that. And I guess like that type of feel, like give it a brief,
That's
give it
that's
a brief break, and
where
then we go back to the
right.
to the scheduled program, like kind of thing. That's what it was.
When I was playing and I heard that and I was like, boy, that's crazy. Yo, run that back. You know what I mean?
We still plan on cooking.
Yeah.
It ain't over. He still owe me money from like 8 years ago. I still ain't getting my bread back from the deal. So no, I mean I got a couple more records I gotta make.
Word. So Edot, how long you been doing this these beats? This producing, let me say, you know, I don't want to call you just a beat maker, you're a producer, excuse me.
Yeah, I've been probably since I was like maybe 13.
Okay.
Probably since I was 13.
Okay.
Like really probably 16, but like 13 I probably started, because it just come from the upbringing. You know?
Right.
My pops was an engineer, like he did engineering for the church and stuff like that.
Okay.
He was like the sound guy or whatever for the church and
Right.
whatnot. And he was like, he always tested my ears and stuff. Like, you know, I grew up just listening to everything.
Right.
Anything
Right.
that made sound, I probably
You've just been around music
yeah,
all your life.
yeah. So it just comes from that. So I would say I just been making music ever since I always get used to getting keyboards or Casio keyboards and stuff.
Okay.
So I just,
Been creating for a very long time. That's dope, man, because like I said, I thought maybe a while ago, I don't know if you ever did those beat battles back. Did he? Because I knew I heard your name before, but I just couldn't picture it. I was like, Craig Lynch joint or something like that, right?
You did one.
And they did over there in Berlin, somewhere down that way?
Yeah, I did one, yeah.
Right, because I was like, I heard this guy's name before, but I just couldn't put the face to it.
Yeah, I did one. Yeah.
Okay. Yo, definitely, guys. Now you guys check this guy out. He has fire beats. You guys work super good together.
Yeah.
I want you to keep working with this guy.
Nah, man.
For real.
After my
Keep
contract
making.
I'm done.
Huh? You said you done?
My contract is over. I'm finished.
Well, I hope the contract is for like 5 more joints.
No, he's good. He's locked in.
See what he's talking about?
He's locked in.
How'd you guys meet though?
Shark Island.
Yeah, so
Another great producer.
Yeah, I was working with so before I was working with them, I was way before I used to do the lyrically fit joints.
Okay.
And Kyla was working with an artist named Drama Sinatra. I don't know if he's still rapping.
I know Drama. I remember Drama.
I don't know, but not the Drama was dope though.
Yeah.
And I used to see him on a lot of their joints. And we met up one day. I called him. I was like, yo, I want to work with y'all exclusively. So we started working on my first, I call it my first like initial project. I guess my breakout joint.
Right.
Morals of Money.
Yep.
So I did that joint, and that was Edot. Actually, he did the joint called "It Is What It Is." He played the keys on it. That was my first time ever meeting him.
Okay.
And he just used to always, because him and Jay and Vinny are like family. So he used to always be in the studio. We go in the studio, he'd be in there sometimes. And then one day he was like, yo, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I got a studio and such. You need to come do it. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, Jay and their studio, they didn't have the studio no more. So I used to go record with E. And I think my first project E recorded, I think it was The Bigger Picture.
Yeah, the Bigger Picture.
Okay.
Bigger Picture.
The Big L joint.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And we recorded that back in 2018, I believe. And we just been folding it down ever since. Pause. No, so gotta be careful. Holding it down is wild. Nah, that's wild, bro. That's how we met. So and then I did a song with Edot.
From upstate New York, right?
Yeah, upstate New York, Rochester. Shout out to Edot. We did a record, and Edot produced that record, and then after that, we just, then Edot moved to Atlanta. Then we did No Sacrifice, No Victory, and then now it's this joint. So we've been working together for about a good 7 years now.
Right, I've been rocking for a minute. And you moved to Atlanta, yeah. You moved to Atlanta.
Yeah.
What brought you back?
Well, What brought me back was like my mom's got sick, so
Okay.
I had to come back and take care of family. make
Right,
sure
right, right.
family's right.
Right.
And I think it's just divine timing, man. It just happened that way. Like I just had to. I didn't. I think I had to go out there to learn what I needed to learn
Right.
about just music in general. Or I just needed that time.
Okay.
And so it just wasn't, it really wasn't for me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Georgia's is a cool place, good to do some business there and whatever, but it just, I never felt home there, you know?
Right.
So coming back home, you know, due to my family's issues, I came back, I was just like, you know, I'm cool, man. I can rock, you know,
Can do it here.
do it here, you know, whatever I'm trying to do, just do it here. Do it and do what, you know, my people, you know?
Right.
So,
Because I feel like, you know, how you said you didn't feel like it was home. A lot of artists, producers, they try to run to where everybody else is. Like everybody else was in the radio, so they was like, if everybody else is making there, I can go there and make it. And it's crazy that you said like, yo, I didn't feel like home, because a lot of people they wouldn't be trying to come back. They would just be trying to make it work there.
Yeah.
You came back and made it work here.
yeah,
You know, it's super dope.
yeah, so there it is. You know, I think everybody go for their different reasons. I was more or less trying to see what the business market was.
Right. Let's see how the business is moving out
let's see
there.
how the business is moving. Because I was like, you know, if it goes well, I can just go back and forth. You know,
Right.
like just wasn't for me.
Definitely. So look, we got the music is queued up.
Yeah.
You said your favorite joint was Friends and Enemies, right? So let's get into Friends and Enemies, bro. Let's give him a little bit of that. We're gonna do first. We're gonna play some joints off the album. That's cool.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Stevie Franks, Edot. This is Friends and Enemies.
Every day is a blessing when you walking on the God steps. I learn to let it teach me and surrender to the process. The humble pie be harder for you to digest when you let your ego take the wheel and then you drive wrecks. I got a hunger for patience but never waiting. You see the inner fight in my eyes but never weighing. It's harder to be focused but notice I gotta stay in. And always comes a time when your mind's vision decaying. Take your struggle in stride, learning to never mind. You be sacrificing your peace but never mind. These babies they be learning to crawl but never climb. Dreaming to becoming a star but never shine. This is real talk. I be riding till my wheels off, dying for the dean like a law wrote my wheels off. Repenting the essence is what I'm moving towards. Taking every lesson, especially it ain't no moving boards. Build a citadel, laying bricks on a different scale. Cause his story wasn't written well. I don't really need your chance, I be taking mine. Cause if I wait for you, it ain't no telling when I'm getting mine. Lenient thinkers, they were turning to drinkers. Life would have them sinking, drain leaking and blinking. Keep your eyes open and turn away from shrinking. Outside,
He was in your bag on this one.
It's one of them special joints, man.
Right. Now,
Definitely.
what's next for you guys?
Well, I would just say we gonna just keep working, man. We trying to bring more stuff out, more projects.
Is there another project on the way? Like y'all been working? Keep it real. I see the look on your face.
I got some things loaded up, but we, you know, I know it's tough. I know that. But yeah, I got some tracks.
So you
He don't know. He don't ever know the stuff. So.
You just over there being, you know, in your Dr. Dre bag.
I stopped asking. I don't even ask him. I just feel like
You just hit you up like, yo, I got something.
It's gonna be more.
That's it.
It's gonna be on that same level.
Yeah.
Like you even more.
What you only had one feature on this joint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically the all the way joint, right?
Right.
Why is that?
Ask him.
Honestly, I think this is the all right, I'm gonna say this. This is why I think we didn't have no features. Because this is the first time we really came together on this project as far as pause. Where it's like we should try to make this cohesive, like really like you know what I mean? So I was just like for this one, no features right. Like,
Did he want features?
I think he did. Yeah, he did want some.
I wanted to work with my same people I've been working with.
Right.
I knew how heavy this was. I knew how heavy this project was going to be. You know what I'm saying I wanted to, bring everybody else I'm working with, artists like Jen, Prime Mega, just everybody who I've been working with in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to, you know, because I knew what type of scale that, excuse me, I knew what type of scale that this project was going to do, and I'm just like, ah. But I had to, you know, I checked the vision. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like I said, I kind of let Edot have creative control pause, and kind of like I'm just saying. I'm just saying like creative control. That's why. But now I'm just trying to. I was trying to let Edot do what he needed to do. You know what I mean? And I just follow suit. You know what I mean? I didn't want to. It was one of them projects, man, where sometimes you. I'm always a guy that do everything, try to do everything. Edot tell me, you be like, yo, man, you be burning yourself out, bro. You can't do everything on your own. Like I'm the type of person. I'm like, man, I'm trying to. I'm telling
But that's how you know you've been doing that for so long, bro, by yourself like that. So you just kind of used to.
Yeah, I was
like,
telling
he
my
came
brother.
and he's like, bro, you ain't gotta do all that.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I mean? He's like, no, we not working like that.
I
No.
was telling my brother on the way
Yeah,
over.
I'm about working smart. I'm about working. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially
Why burn yourself
yeah,
out?
we up in age, and it's like it's about knowing how to punch. You know how to control the speed. And when you can
Right.
control the speed on the punch, now you something else.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Definitely.
So that's how I think. You know what I mean? I just think you gotta be sharp. You know?
Right.
You gotta,
Because I always say, you know, like anybody, like yes, you can do everything, but you're like good at this one thing. Like you're good at
Yeah.
this other thing, but you're great at this thing. So we want you to be great at this.
Yeah.
Leave the other good shit for everybody else.
You're gonna fall short if you don't mind everything. That's why I say mind your business, right?
Right.
So you can be a jack of all trades and master of none, but at the same time, I feel like there's such thing as called the 80-20 rule, but you still need to have that good solidified 80% in order to spider lift and build whatever you're trying to build. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Mastering, you know, I feel like I'm always growing as a lyricist. Like that's something that's never stopped happening. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where it's at. It's just sometimes it's just going. You know what I mean? I thought, honestly, tell you the truth, at this point in time in my life, I thought I was going to hit like I don't know why, but I thought I was going to hit a wall. I don't know why, but I think, you know, sometimes um you go through different stages, and I feel like life reflect art.
Right.
You know, it's art, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like every chance that I get, and the more knowledge that you gain as you grow and you get older, you grow as a lyricist as well. Because now, you know, the content changes. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm not Stevie Franks from Lindy Avenue. I'm not.
Right.
You know, I'm Stevie Franks the man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like somebody says to me, shout out to G Willis, because he said to me, he said you rap like you know who you are. You know what I mean? I never thought about that because I just was rapping like what I knew.
Right.
You know what I mean? How I felt at that particular moment. You know what I'm saying? That's why he knew. That's why when I called him, I was like, bro, I see it, because he wanted to make sure that the music matched the mood. He didn't want me just rapping and then just put any old verse over. So I like do or die. My grandmother died, I think, a week ago before I wrote that record. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, it was the emotion that had to be. It was just so much going on at that time, but it was. This is divine timing. I feel like everything that's happening right now is just supposed to happen. Like, you know, I want to say that this is learning from the enemies, bro. And this title, this project was spot on because enemy wasn't just outside interference. Enemy was itself.
Right.
So this project was perfect. Like it was crazy. I was sitting back and listening to the record. We in the studio, and I'm listening, like flashback everything that I went through over the past 2 years.
Right.
I said, damn, the enemy was me.
Right. You was stopping.
Yeah, like yeah, for real, it was me. And I mean, I had opposition, of course. You know, things have people come in your life, but the enemy, you didn't cause all that. So that was like it was.
the biggest enemy is yourself.
Nah, word.
I mean, it's the person in the mirror.
Right.
Nah,
You know what I'm
seriously.
saying? So
That's
Because you stop, because you can basically, you know, you can stop yourself from doing things that you know you can do.
Right.
Say, oh, I'm sooner to
Right.
that. Well, we gonna put that to the back. I'm
Right.
wait. You know,
Yeah,
you just procrastinating on things.
Word.
But then you just said, you know what? No, we changed. We're doing
Right.
Yeah.
That's hence why, to answer that other question, why I didn't have a lot of features.
Right.
Because I felt this was going to be more personal to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, if I throw these other people on, I think it would messed up the
flow.
vibe.
Yeah, the vibe of the way.
Like that's why I said, next next
right,
one,
right.
do something else.
You got plenty of time for that.
Yeah. So I was just like, let's get, because I think this is our best project. Period.
Right.
You know, and just me listening to it, I was like, nah, this
it's really good, bro. Like for real, like it is really good. Like people out there will not be disappointed when they hear it. You're gonna say, this is real.
This is just the beginning. Like we just getting started on this project. Like, once we really start cooking and just y'all, like I said, man, like we want to stick to home first before we even went across everywhere in the world, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're thinking on the road, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Gotta hit the backyard first,
right? You know what I'm saying. That's why we came like you, because I look at y'all like family. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah, so it's like I have a relationship with y'all, so I'm like, nah, they need to get a hold of this first. That's always anybody else. You know what I mean? So then like I always get love. Gunna G been supporting my music for years. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with you, Blizzy. I've been supporting my music and my movement. You know what I mean? And we had a friendship before
all this, right?
So it was like it was crazy because I remember he was like, yo, I think he hit me on the book. He said, yo, you rap? he said, yo, come on the show, man. I got a show. I'm like, you got a show? He said, hell yeah, pull up.
Right.
And I think I spit like mad bars.
It
was like 40.
I always, like I was saying to Gunner, I said, man, I remember there was the little small little studio, but I always said it was a lot of rhyming going on in that building.
Nah, for real.
I felt like, yo, I didn't need to go to a Shade 4 or 5 or a Cosmic Camp. We had it right here. You know what I mean? Like, and people would come and we would be in that thing for hours. I mean, until like 1, 2 in the morning.
But that's great. These type of spots is better than them shades because the essence is different. You know what I mean? You like walking in these type of buildings, you're like, yeah, it's got that essence to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's stuff too, pretty and you like, you kind of lose that. Lose that.
Now you look at it like, oh yeah, this just business. Like, I'm here for the music, but they was business. This ain't. I can't even really get busy like I want to, because But I always say, Frank, you've been doing it for a minute at a high level, and I'm glad that you never stopped, because we know plenty of people that you started with that's not even doing this no more.
Yeah. So no, I find that to be crazy too, though. Like a lot of where I started at, and you know what though. I think the real reason why I always looked at, I don't think, because music is what got me my name. Music is what opened up the door for me for a lot of different things.
Right.
Business, and then allowing me to mentor kids, teach classes, public speaking, massive different mentorships. It allowed for me to open up doors for other things. So it's like, and I haven't even scratched the surface of that yet.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. I always looked at music as, I stopped looking at music as, people were like, oh, we gonna make it. And that idea is like, what does that look like for you? Yeah. And then I started asking myself, what does that look like for me? So even when I rapped in a group before I started going solo. You know what I'm saying? It was 5 of us. You know what I'm saying? And I had a vision for a course. I wanted us to be like a conglomerate, kind of like how Pharron School.
Yeah.
No, that's my guys.
Right.
I love what they do.
Dre the artist.
Love
they're
guys. You know what I'm saying? But
like Wu-Tang over.
Seriously, that's what I wanted to do. I had a group, and that was my vision. What they're doing was what I wanted to do.
Right.
I never wanted to rap because of me. I wanted to rap because I wanted to put my people on. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was saying to them, even back then, before all this social media, before all we had all these resources, I was saying to them like, yo, we gotta start treating rap like a business, like almost like a brick and mortar. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
a company.
definitely.
But I think a lot of these artists don't treat it like that. You know what I'm saying? I sometimes when I be doing stuff for other businesses where I'm working, I'm sitting there thinking to myself like, why don't I do this for me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
Like
this, we'll wait. They're doing it, put it in play for what I'm doing.
1000%.
Right.
So like it just taking that same formula that I use and then put it towards that. That's why I said we ain't even scratched the surface what's about to happen. So like, this is the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So like, so I stopped looking at music like that whole, you know,
What is success? Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, you gotta be heard everywhere to be successful.
Because
That's not true. It's,
Right.
there's a bunch of guys out here six
Yeah.
figure from traveling all over the world with music.
Yeah.
I got a friend that's he makes his living off of music. Off of
right. Yeah, you don't have to. You know,
Yeah.
you don't have to be on the big channels
Yeah.
to make it anymore because we have so many different outlets
Yeah.
and avenues to
Yeah.
get your music heard to different fans that you don't really have to do that. So a lot of artists they kind of get wrapped up in the I have to go to these major outlets or
Yeah.
major radio stations
Yeah.
and they overlook the small ones. And
Yeah.
I always say to people, I'll be like, look where you've seen your favorites at.
Right.
Small places
Right.
before you ever seen them in a big place.
Right.
And I always say, like, yo, what I said, it don't matter where you be at. I said, if the freestyle or the record you play is dope,
Yeah.
it will get to the people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we done seen a lot of things where now we might not seen it when it happened, but people were sharing it.
Right.
And then it popped up on our feed. We said, damn, what's this? We could checked it out. Now
Yeah.
we was fans of it, but
Yeah.
people just get wrapped up into going to these big places. And always say they skip out on this right here because this is the home. Like this is like I always say, underground never died. It's
Oh,
still
no.
here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, and then also, bro, I think I'm meaning to say this to you, bro. I think I said it to you the other day. I was like, yo, bro, like you deserve a lot of credit too, because the amount of heart that you have, and you're not afraid. You don't care about that whole cool stuff. You know, like man, when you want to get something done, you jump the fence. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you be outside, bro. You know
I
what I'm
try
saying?
to.
Like,
That's
you be
how
outside, like that. You. But you've always been like that. Like you've always been like you've never not had heart to get where you're trying to get to, right?
Right.
And you always are trying to put artists up on game, like yo,
Right.
and and some people can take it how they like, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, things that they might say under your post or what you might be trying to inform people of. But you sometimes I felt like it's not nothing against you. I know you wasn't doing it, but sometimes that that's how he was talking about me. You know what I mean? But like, nah, but sometimes it might not.
Yeah, no, but you're an artist, so sometimes you look at it like, damn, man, but
No, not even that though. But it's more so like when you know that you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. It's almost like when you come home from school and you put your head down and you walk past your mom or something, and then the teacher called and you ain't doing homework.
man,
You know what I mean? It's kind of like one of them type joints where it's like you didn't do what you were supposed to do,
right.
and you were holding other artists accountable. So like hats off to you, man.
I always say, man, I just want us all to win.
Word.
You know what I mean? Like,
Sincere.
that's why I do this. You know, in all them years before, I always said I'm taking my hard-earned money. Like I told most people, I said I could have took my son to Disney World 900 times.
Right.
How much money I put into other people to try to get them out and I always say I just give game to what major artists because I be in the room. I've been around a lot of these guys, and I tell people, I said some shit I don't film, and I be in there. My man Six over there, he been in them rooms.
Right.
I just listen to them and see how they move, and I say, you know what, I'm telling you, I run around with it. Because if they move this way, then let me give them this game so they can get here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But a lot of artists take criticism to it. They say to me, oh well, you ain't did this and did that, and it's like, bro, you're right, I haven't did that, but I'm in the room, so I'm still around these guys and I'm getting game from them. Because I always tell people, I said I didn't ask everybody I met questions. Yo, how you did it? Or they asked me, who's hot around there,
Right.
who you rocking with.
Right.
And I'll tell them a bunch of artists, go check them out. You know what I mean? Because it's no shame in what I do. Like if you're dope, I'm gonna why not spread the word?
If you
But,
dope, you dope.
you know what I mean?
It's-
Other people don't spread the word. They be like, oh God, I gotta tell them.
Yeah.
Somebody I'm close with. Nah, if your man's not fired, like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
If something fired, put it to somebody else so they get the area hot. Your man gonna get his turn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it just it get a little crazy, but like I said, I just want everybody to win. You know, and just always level up because it's no fun when just one person levels up and they watching everybody else struggle. Like it's no fun that way.
It's
We
enough-
all
It's
love
enough.
niggas like
It's
it's
enough.
fun.
It's enough in this thing
Right.
for everybody.
Right.
Everybody. You know what I mean? We're not all going to be liked in the same area. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
You might be hot down south somewhere. This person's hot in Kentucky. This person's hot in Texas. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Everybody got their own whatever, you know.
Right. Well, you know, we can as being from Jersey,
Right.
like, you know, I always say like it's crazy how Jersey just so divided. Like
Right.
from north to
I
south.
agree.
Like
I hate-
moving
I
from
hate-
moving around, I look at North Jersey and I'd be like, man, you guys like all like kind of rock together. Y'all know what shows is.
Yeah.
Y'all be telling, you know what I mean? Like it seemed like y'all, you know, y'all into it, but I was like South Jersey's like when one guy gets somewhere, he don't want to like, you know, work with other people. Like he only want to work with the majors now. And it's like, bro, you chasing something that's not gonna really, you know.
I hear what you're saying, but I feel from what I see just from being out in the field right now, I feel like we are starting out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like now it's like, you know, you gotta remember now a lot of artists be starting to mature. So
Right.
it's like now like we're starting to like really like we were just on what Scoop's joint.
Shout out to Scoop.
We was on Scoop podcast a few weeks ago.
Watch this.
Yeah, to watch this, shout out to Watch Kids whole podcast staff. But we Scoop was like, yo, you will never be able to afraid to give up nobody props. I was just on shout out Nino, you know Nino from New Jersey One. I was just on his joint last week.
Right.
And when we was promo on the project, I heard a joint from Liz called Dead Bodies. I was like, yo, this thing's tough. That's my man. Me and Blizz, we go way back to Lisbon. We've been cool since like 2014. So like, you know, I love seeing all my people. You know what I'm saying? Shinobi, that's my guy too. Jay Son. I remember when Jay Son was running around beating people up in the chariot ball. You know what I'm saying? Like where it's born.
Man's got dope hooks, man. He can, and he can rap too. Nice.
I didn't know he was talented back then. You know what I'm saying? But I knew him for years too. Dre artist. It's funny. When I met Dre wasn't trying to rap nothing. Now I told him we had at the New Jersey One hip hop event. I said, bro, people rock with you, bro. Start something because people will support you because he just got genuine love. People really like him.
Yeah,
he
you
just
do.
like God. And I said like he got dope music, and now they have a collective. Yo,
Right.
sell it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like, but you know, I feel like South Jersey definitely has it. I just think that I just think we just need to keep doing. I think because we're maturing, we like, all right, we all gotta make something happen. I would love to hear like a whole South Jersey project.
I think it's gonna happen.
I think that
It's
that
gonna
is
happen.
gonna
I think
fire.
it's just, I just think like, I think everybody that don't need to be doing it is getting washed out of it, and then the people that really understand what this is going to rise to the top.
Right.
And that's what's going to
I always
situate that.
I always like, you know, from doing this and just meeting a bunch of artists from every corner of South Jersey. I always thought that in my head. I was like, man, I always had that idea because, like, you know, I was like, man, I know all of you guys. Like, you know what I mean? And I said, I feel like I can bring majority of people together. You know what I mean? Not everybody, but the majority of them. So
You might have to.
it's something I always have thought. You know what I mean? I definitely have thought about it. I just never knew which way to go about it. You know what I mean? But you never know. It could happen with this.
Nah,
All you gotta do is start with the producers.
Right, yeah. You just need the beats. That's it.
Yeah,
You just need the music.
but-
That's it.
Don't get on the subject.
But do it like how you normally did. I think
Like how I would remember. I always say, remember how I did the ciphers.
oh man,
That's how
that was
you
fun.
know.
That was funny.
That's how we. Damn man, we've been rocking for it, man.
Nah, that was
We've been rocking like since the beginning again. Like you know, what I mean that's really cool to see us both grow. You know what I mean? Like you know. That's super cool because you know sometimes you don't get to see people grow. They might move away and you don't get to see them actually come up. Like you do see it, but you don't get to be around it. Like you know, just drive to this guy and be like,
word up, no, man. You know what's
But-
funny? You know what's funny, man? I was in California last year, and I was in like the Hollywood area, and I'm looking around, looking at the houses, looking at the people, and I'm like, damn, this is definitely some place where I want to be, because it's like
it's motivating.
exactly right. But when I came home, when I'm around the kids, around the people, I'm around this, it's different. It's just like when I was home, bro, this guy loved me. I never was like. Bro, listen, it's so crazy now. The police that I used to run from, they be like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Should I wave to you? Like, I don't know what to say to you.
Bro,
man.
come on, I was in the supermarket the other day. Come like, "Hey man, have a good day." I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but it's just, it's just the love sometimes that you get from home, and you know, I never wanted to feel like I was bigger than myself. Pause. I wanted to just, feel like that you could be that you could be around you gotta be careful. You could be around the people. You know what I mean? Because they want to understand how like the emotion. They know the story.
Right.
So it's like it's very authentic, you know what I'm saying? And I just always want to make sure that I was grounded. That's another thing too about this project was about my faith. My faith was incorporated in this as well. And I wanted to make sure that, my faith is really what kept me grounded throughout this entire process.
Right.
Because there was at one point in time I thought I was on. I made it. I was rapping like different city every night. Different man. I ain't gonna get too
You
much.
definitely moved around for a minute.
Yeah, I was.
You was
bro,
everywhere.
I'm telling you, then the God was like, you know what I'm saying, hit me on my head, like, all right, slow your ass down. You know what I'm saying? Let's recalibrate because you're doing too much. You know what I mean? And one of the biggest things I always wanted to do is like now I feel like I'm rapping with purpose and gotta stay grounded. Staying grounded is the most important. You never forget where you come from. Sky's the limit.
How has boxing helped you with your music?
Um,
I see you, doing a little boxing,
yeah.
getting it in a little bit.
My boxing journey started years ago. I think it was like maybe like 14, 15. My mom made me stop boxing because she didn't want me messing my hands up.
Okay.
Because she said, because I was an artist as a kid.
Right,
so
right.
she was like, nah, that's gonna put calcium locks in your knuckles. Don't do that. So I used to they used to have like free martial arts classes after school, and I used to sneak over and I used to
Okay.
But then somebody must have told her. She found out she made me stop doing it. But then as my adult years, I did some time. I came home and I started doing MMA, and officer found out about that. She made me stop doing it. So like then, when I finally got back into like the boxing gym officially, shout out to Jen. Jen was like the first person that made me even think about going back into it.
Okay.
And then once I did, it helped me change my entire lifestyle. Made me incredibly more disciplined. I never thought about my health as much as I do now. I never thought about like actually going to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, certain things about boxing, and just like Edot said earlier about being more precise with with your punches and quality over quantity, strategy. And it just helps shape and mold me as a person. And I've been able to affect other people. I'm trained. I don't know how many people, probably like 20, 30 people.
That's dope, man.
You know what I mean? And then kids, being able to talk to them and understand their story and, and kind of be like somewhat of like a mentor. You know what I mean, to them. So it's definitely, it's just a part of who I am. Like, I would truly believe that every part of your life journey is painting a picture of your story, but it's leading up to the end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Definitely. So look, man, we did all this talking. What we here for. But before we get to that, definitely you guys out there go check out this album, 7 Joints. Learn from your enemies. I promise you, this thing, as soon as you put it on, just let it ride. You will go, you will keep spending this. You're gonna tell your friends, they gonna tell their friends. We gonna get these guys mad. We gonna run this up for them. Definitely, I promise you. This
Shit, y'all, man.
is great for the 4th quarter. I'm glad y'all dropped this now for the 4th.
Yo, it's just
It's not being like
crazy. This
Thank you for giving us for the 4th quarter because after this, the first half, it kind of be slow. So now we got all this, we got some heat. Take us over into the new year. You know what I mean?
Something to keep you warm during the winter time.
My man Gunna G's got it, so I know he gonna play it on his joint. I already know that. I ain't got
I think I gotta pause that though. Something to keep you warm during the winter time.
Pause master.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's the pause master, man.
Pause master.
Things I don't even put together, he'd be like, yeah, pause. Then when he break it down, I'll be like,
Nah, no, you know what? Don't he can't talk, bro, because one time I said something, he was like, bro.
Nah, he said something that could have gotten rejected. I was just like, yo, we're not playing this game is over.
I was on the sideline, man. I didn't go talk to the board, man. I was he's like, yo,
We didn't even look, we didn't even replay the play or nothing. We just
Go over that way.
get him out of
Sit
here.
down, yeah.
Go ahead, get him out. Escort.
I think the ref might have like retired. He was like, put his shirt on, walked down the stadium. Like, that joke was crazy. I was like, oh man. He was like, bro, what?
Gunna G's, you got it queued up, the instrumental. See, I didn't even tell you what I got for you.
Oh man.
Wow. But I got something dope for you though. I promise.
Okay.
You know how I do. I got some heat for you. It's on your level too. Let's go. Hype City Show, we in the building. Stevie Franks, Edot. Let's get it.
Dealing with some outside sources. Handle my ingredients. Figure with the sauces. Grinding got me falling like a saucer. Got a young shorty with a bubble and she like getting tossed up. You don't understand what the vision is. Visioning got me thinking on another plane to a dividend. Building up the house that I'm living in. Trying to fill a bed full of water. See the fish that they swimming in. Dealing with the pain of not being where I want to be. Trying not to snap on the cat that's in front of me. Trying to walk away even when they try to run at me. Treat him like a brother. He was nothing but a son of scum. The ass kisser, professional trash picker. Hit him with the 40, let it back flip him. Do a lot of talking, I'ma show him getting slapped when I'm trying to railroad him. And that's floating on the track when I'm taking accountability. Even when I'm still right. No, it's funny when your stomach doesn't feel right. Youngins catch a body and they do it for the feel like cheating on it. And they do it in their real life. Yeah, I did a lot of dumb choices. Did it from the dirt. That's the young and the voiceless. Trying to hear death like they trying to hear a voice come. Trying to give a cure when I spit it though it's poison.
Stevie Franks, Edot.
Yeah.
Learn from your enemies.
Yeah.
Edot, I thought you was about to jump. You got some bars. All right. Just say Edot.
Sort of the show, man. Good time.
Hold up. And got some bars too? Find out. Thank you guys very much,
Nah,
man.
thank
Really
you.
appreciate this.
Nah, thank you for having us up, man.
This is fun.
Man, that was good enough?
Yeah, that was dope.
All right.
That's all you know.
Had to make
You
sure.
sound like you're good. You're good.
All right, I
You're
get
a veteran.
Right, you're good. Yeah, you've been doing this for a minute. So I'm not gonna leave you alone with that one. I got you. The new come up here. I was like, nah, bro. Trying to get more beats. You know how we do.
Oh, before we close out, man. Oh, my bad. There you go. Before we close out, man, we open up for Rod Digger on the 25th anniversary of Rod Digger Dirty Harry, a joint, November 26th. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling tickets for that.
Where we said?
DLP won't be there. Mass squabbles.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's gonna be a dope joint, man.
Gunna, we ain't hear about this one, Gunna. Now we heard about it. We in there.
First, heard it first. I thought it's Del P be on it. So I thought I was like, I'm gonna say it first. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. That's my guy right there.
Shout out here, Del P, man. Another veteran to the show.
Oh, Two Locals Brewery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Two Locals.
Two Locals.
Yeah.
Let's pull up for that.
November 26th, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we definitely gonna be in the building. Shout out to Mass Squabble. Shout out to Del P. You know what I mean?
It's a definite show right there.
I fuck around.
Right.
It's gonna be a dope joint, man. So make sure y'all pull up, man. Also, we performing again on November 29th, Rhythm and Brews. Shout out to G Willikers. You know, we're gonna be in the building for that. There's plenty more to come, man. Pause.
The Rhythm and Brews, is that maple shake?
Yeah, Maple Shade, New Jersey, yeah. I love your journalism, man.
No.
Nah, you
I
stay
know
sharp
what
with
these
it.
joints
Nah,
I've been to these
nah,
joints. So
Nah, you stay sharp with it.
I tell most people, I say, man, I don't comment, but I see everything.
Yeah, nah, word up. Nah, he definitely do. He one of them sniper dudes. He'll hit me up in the Instagram or like Facebook, like, yo, that joint was dead. I'm like, ain't no comment though. You know what I'm saying? But he be watching.
Right. I be watching.
He watching though. He watching, man. He be so chill with it too. Like, you'll never hear nothing. He be like, yo, tell you.
I just be moving around, so I
understand. I don't comment on everything either, but I be peeping shit.
Right. So you got the shows lined up. Definitely go check these guys out. Opening for Rob Digger, and then you got the Rhythm and Brews that's over in Jersey, Maple Shade.
Yeah.
Definitely go check that out if you're in the area. If you're not in the area, still pull up. It's gonna be a dope show.
Also, before we sign out, man, I want to make sure everybody go check out Murder from Your Enemies. Murder from Your Enemies is available right now on even.biz exclusively. Like niggas in the bot, even.biz / Murder from Your Enemies, man. It's not on streaming yet.
Pay that money.
Yeah, we just wanted to make it exclusive for the people. We just want to like, cause how would you know what you worth? I mean, you can actually go into the even.biz. You can pay what you feel as though the project is worth. We also got package tiers on there, for hoodies, shirts. We have a personal booklet that goes over the thought process through the whole joint. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely cooking, man. We go support. We got a lot more merch and all that other stuff coming on the way. Like we about to be cooking. Like I'm telling you, it's just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a nice little run ahead of us. You know what I'm saying?
I must say though, you're probably the only artist. There might be a couple of them, but any show I ever seen you at, you unpacking the car.
Yeah.
Word up. This man setting up the table. I'm like, yeah, he's working. And this is what you got to do though. So then later on when you say, damn, I used to do that shit. You know what I mean? But now I got
man, me and my brother, we used to go to Cali. We used to have two what's they called? Luggage loads.
Right.
Full of merchandise.
Right.
He be carrying what I'm carrying. We have a personal bag little as hell. Then we have the big merch bags. Right. And we had to carry them. One time we had to wait a whole day just to get my merch. Stuff on another flight.
Another flight.
You know what I mean? So but we go everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just look at artists and I just be like, because I used to people just want that experience when you go to a show. Like they want to leave. They don't even matter. Like they don't do
something to leave them with.
Yeah, it's like a souvenir. They like, yo, that's tough. What that mean? Even if they didn't even see your set, if you have merchandise sitting on the table and they look at that joint like, what's that mean?
Right.
But then like, you know how many times I had Rose of a Money shirt on the table? They like, yo, what's that? And they like, yo, them hats is tough. Didn't hear not one word I said, bro.
They like the saying on the shirt or whatever.
You walk out of that joint with an extra stack in your pocket. So it's like, I really don't understand. Like I think a lot of times too, like I said, they don't look at themselves like a business. They look at themselves like
selling trees and all that. Selling some teas.
Yeah, exactly. They look.
You know what I'm saying?
Same type of hustle.
It's
a popularity contest. It's not really like a business for them. Like I don't know. I think also the streaming brainwashed them or something. They That's it. Link in my bio. That's it. You ain't got nothing else to offer.
Yeah.
No, I ain't for real. Like, you know what I mean? I'm serious. Like, yo,
But
like,
that's the difference. You know what I mean? Like I said, we outside, we walking around, we
Right.
still doing these shows.
Right.
We ain't trying to get in.
Meeting the
FM
people,
or something.
meeting
you
the
walk
smaller
around.
crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
even before we started doing the run for this, we was studio after studio. We was in boxing matches. We was dealing with talking to the boxing promoters. We was outside. You know what I'm saying? We was at every event, birthday bashes. We really was trying to make this thing work. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, it was all I did was like, yo, spot this over here. You trying? Yeah, all right, ready. You know what I'm saying? Him, same thing. Yo, spot over here. All right, ready. You know what I mean? So it's like a team effort. You know what I mean? And the crazy part about it is that I feel like I'm talking too much.
You good?
But Edot, we're two different people. You know what I'm saying? We have two different methods to madness, but I feel like you have like a spiritual synergy. You know what I mean? Where it's like I don't really have to say too much to him for him to already know what I'm thinking already. He like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Then I'll be like, because there's a few experiences where I'll look at him, he look at me, and I'll be like, nah. And then I'll be like, what you think about that? He be laughing at me like, you already know what I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Because it'll be some things like that where, you know, and then we argue all the time. We always argue. It's like, we argue all the time, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think if we argue on project like wet.
Yeah, like we
It's gonna be wet.
Yeah.
If we don't argue one time.
If you just guess everything, it's gonna be
yeah, he's arguing with me about me being late, or I'm arguing with him about sending tracks. So it's like
that's what I'm saying. And it always happens like that. He'd be like at the end, he'd be like, you know what, I got it. I'm like, bro. I'm like,
you did all that and just say I got it now,
bro.
Yo, I got it. I understand. Every joint like that.
Every time.
Well, thank you guys. Like I said, I appreciate it. Learn from your enemies. Go get that, man. Definitely. Learn from your enemies. Let's ride out with some music, though. Stevie Franks, Edot. Hype City, we out of here.
Yeah.
Got a Q6 on the camera behind my man back there with the Colts hat. Let's go. I took my man Daniel Jones, but that's all right. We out, man. Thank you guys. Appreciate you.
Peace.